Julia, I've finished all the housework. I also bought a pillow for pregnant women.
Thank you, Ian. I feel like I can sleep well from tonight.
Are you done at the beauty salon? You said you'd be back in the evening. Should I pick you up? Your belly is getting quite large. It must be tough to move around.
About that. I'll be finished at the salon shortly, but I got a call from a friend inviting me to dinner, so I'm going to go straight there.
I remember you said you wanted to eat gratin today. I even bought the ingredients.
I'm sorry. Is it okay to do it on your next day off? I have no plans that day.
Okay, then I'll make it next time. But if you're going out for dinner, you'll be back late, right? Let me know when you're done. I'll come and pick you up.
No. My friend said she'd drive me home. It's okay.
I see. Then I'll take it easy at home.
I'm really sorry. You've done so much for me, but I wanted to meet my friends before I got too busy.
You did mention wanting to see your friends before giving birth. Once the baby is born, you won't have any time for yourself. Don't worry and enjoy your time with your friends.
Thank you. I'll take advantage of your kindness and have fun. We won't be able to do this freely after the baby is born, haha.
I'll take part in childcare too. And make sure you have time for yourself, Julia.
I trust you, Ian. Okay, then I'm going to take it easy today.
Okay. But if you feel unwell at any point, contact me right away. I'll be ready to pick you up.
Got it. But you should also take care of yourself. You don't have to switch doing housework every day, okay?
I'm fine. I'll be out and about every day at work after the baby is born so I can refresh myself. More than that, you're going to go through the toughest thing, childbirth. As a man, I can't do anything, but I'll do anything I can.
You're so reliable, haha.
Besides, you're going to your parents' home, Julia. You'll be gone soon.
Are you still not okay with that, haha?
Your parents' home is far, isn't it? I can't be there for the birth.
I'll be back in a month after giving birth. You'll just have to be patient.
I'll want to see the baby as soon as they're born. Maybe I should take paid leave.
No, you're going to be busy with work soon, right? I'll take a lot of care of the baby when I get back. Please work hard, haha.
Okay. Alright, I'll prepare a meal for your lunch, Julia.
Yay!
Go and have fun. And be careful, okay?
Yeah, don't overdo it, Ian. It's your day off, so take it easy.
Julia, are you on your way to your parents' house now?
Yes, I'm at the airport now, waiting to board.
Is your condition okay? No changes?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Let me know when you arrive.
I know. Oh, but Ian, you're going to be late today, right? There's Elia's farewell party, right? I might be asleep at night, so I won't contact you.
Got it. But I don't plan on drinking that late.
Huh? It's a rare opportunity for you to go out. Why don't you enjoy it more? I'm not even there, so why don't you just let loose a bit? Haha.
I prefer being at home.
You know, and speaking of Elias, you used to dote on him, didn't you? You even brought him home often. Since it's a farewell party, you should be there for him properly.
Well, we were close until about a year ago, but since then, it's been a bit distant. I'm not involved as much as I used to be.
I see. Now that you mention it, he hasn't been to our house for a year.
Has he? Maybe he was considering quitting his job, but if that's the case, I would have wanted him to consult with us even more.
Well, Elias is a serious person. Maybe he felt guilty, but it's a shame. I wanted to see Elias one last time too.
I'll pass that on to Elias. That he should come and visit again when he's settled. Well, it's up to Elias whether he comes or not.
Yeah, please do. Oh, it looks like I'll be boarding the plane soon. So, see you later.
Got it, take care. Say hi to your parents for me. Good morning.
Oh, Ian, it's been a while.
Haley, long time no see.
It's rare to get a message from Ian. What's up? Did something happen?
Well, I wanted to transfer some living expenses, but Julia refused. I really want to make sure she's supported.
Living expenses?
Yes, since you'll be providing so much support, I'd really appreciate it if you could accept it. Please take care of my wife until she gives birth. I can't do anything while she's there.
Wait a minute. Coming home to give birth? I haven't heard anything about that. My daughter hasn't come back either.
Huh? She left the house yesterday, and I got a message saying she arrived at her parents'. This morning, she even told me that she had breakfast made by her mother.
I didn't make any breakfast. And honestly, my daughter isn't home. Are you sure Julia said she was coming home?
Yes. It was decided quite a while ago. Julia really did leave the house yesterday. You didn't receive any communication from her about coming home?
I haven't heard anything about her coming home. However, she had been consulting with me a while ago.
Consulting?
I'm sorry. I feel bad for having to tell you this, but weren't you and my daughter not getting along well?
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, isn't it true? I heard that you were on the brink of divorce.
No, we haven't even had a fight since Julia became pregnant. It's not exactly a fight. But when she decided to give birth at one's parents' home, I did say I didn't like the idea because I wouldn't be able to see the baby right away. I'm really grateful to Julia, and I was looking forward to her child.
I heard from Julia that you never did any housework during her pregnancy, and that you were always out drinking.
I never did anything like that. The last time I went out for a drink was more than half a year ago, and that was for a company party. I've been trying to come home as early as possible every day and do the housework.
That's really the case, right?
Yes, I swear, even at the risk of my life. But I have no idea what's going on. Why is this happening? I just got a regular message from Julia.
Could she have been planning to leave the house as it is?
In that case, I think she wouldn't return my calls.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on. I told my daughter that since marriage is a matter between the individuals involved, it would be a good idea for them to have a discussion about it. Julia might change when she has a baby. Think a little more before deciding what to do.
I see.
Ian, I don't know why my daughter would lie like that, but she might need some time. Could you leave this matter to me for the time being? The fact that Ian is in contact means that she hasn't decided on divorce yet. I'll try to contact my daughter without saying anything about what I just heard from you.
Understood. Even if I ask where she is now, she might not tell me. I'm sorry, but could you do it, Haley?
It's fine. I'm sorry about my daughter. You're worried too, aren't you, Ian?
Yes. She might have something against me, but I don't want to ask where she is and stress Julia. She might not come back if I contact her. I want to avoid that.
Yeah, I'll try to talk to my daughter without irritating her. I'll try to ask so I can find out where she is.
Please do.
I'll contact you as soon as I find out anything. Please wait a bit. Ian, did you see the picture of the baby today? She was cute, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Hey, what's wrong? You've been down since I went home, haven't you?
Really?
Yes, you have. And haven't you been distant since the baby was born?
Sorry, I'm a bit tired.
Are you working that hard? Don't overdo it.
Alright.
About the baby's name, we have to decide soon. We have to register her birth. Can I decide the name? I already have some candidates.
Julia, you can decide. But don't submit the birth registration yet.
Huh? Why?
Because I want you to submit the divorce papers first.
Huh? Divorce papers? Why?
You know why.
What do you mean by you know?
I don't understand at all.
Why? Why are we getting divorced? Our daughter was just born 3 days ago. Ian, what's going on?
That's not my child, is it?
She's Ian's child. What are you talking about? Did you find someone else while I was away?
The one who found someone else is Julia, isn't it?
Huh? What are you talking about? I've been pregnant all this time.
So you were having an affair before you got pregnant. That child is a child of my junior, Elias, isn't it?
I
know you didn't go home. You gave birth at the hospital you always go to, right? You were at Elias's house until you gave birth, right?
Wait, that can't be. Did your mother contact you? She said I was home.
Did you ask her to do that? You wanted to distance yourself from me, so you asked her to tell me you were home? Both your mother and I knew all along that you were at Elias's house.
What do you mean?
The day after you went home, I contacted your mother. Then she told me you hadn't come back. We talked about various things and the stories didn't match. So I had your mother find out where you were.
Have you been deceiving me all this time?
The one who's been deceiving us is you. It seems you told your mother you were staying at a friend's house because you wanted to distance yourself from me. But when I checked, I was surprised to find out you were at Elias's house, who had quit his job. And yet, I get a message every day saying you're relaxing at your parents' house. I didn't understand.
It's different. It was like... Actually, when I was wondering where to go, I ran into Elias by chance. And that's why he was hiding me.
You don't have to lie anymore. First of all, why did you need to be hidden?
Well, that's because I was wondering if I could get along with you in the future. I wanted to put some distance.
Even so, that doesn't justify going to Elias's house. You could have just gone home.
If I went home, my mom would ask me a lot of questions. I thought it was a bother, so it was hard to get home.
Enough with the lies. Elias started acting distant towards me a year ago. The reason he quit his job, it's because he was having an affair with you, right? If you wanted to get divorced, I'll do it right away, so stop this roundabout way.
Wait, it's different. Stop your weird delusions.
Now, I just talked with Elias and heard everything.
Huh?
He admitted it, that it's his child.
What? You talked with Elias?
Yeah.
He acknowledged being the father?
Yes.
I see. Alright, we'll divorce then.
You're really the worst. He said he wouldn't take responsibility, so you pushed yourself onto him. Going to your affair partner's place while supposedly on a hometown visit after giving birth. Who does that?
It's his fault for trying to run away after making a child, isn't it? The reason I went to Elias's place was because I thought he might change his mind after seeing the baby. But it's good that Elias acknowledged that he's the father.
If Elias hadn't acknowledged until the end, were you planning on just coming back normally?
I hadn't thought that far, but... Well, you were looking forward to the child too, Ian, so that might have been a possibility.
You've got to be kidding me. How much were you making a fool out of me?
Ian, you're nice, but lack a sense of humor. Being serious and kind is boring, you know? Well, I realized that after we got married. But Elias is just my type. Really hit the spot.
I see. But Elias says that he'll acknowledge the child, but he can't marry you.
Huh? Why not?
He says he's scared of you. He feels bad about having an affair, but he's been feeling guilty towards me and can't stand it anymore. He says he's sorry, but he can only pay child support.
You're lying. Is he planning not to take responsibility for the child he made? Does he think he can get away with just paying child support?
Elias told me when he first heard the news. He said he couldn't raise a child. He even suggested you shouldn't have the child, didn't he?
How could you do such a cruel thing? Don't you think about the poor child?
I think so too. But in reality, it's a difficult decision.
If he made her pregnant as a man, he should marry her, right?
It's unclear whether that would make the child happy.
So, what are you going to do now? How are you going to raise her? I can't do it alone.
Elias says he doesn't know about that. Anyway, he says he can't stand lying to me anymore, and he can't marry you.
No way! Why? That's troublesome.
That's the result of not thinking before you act. Anyway, Elias says he's going to negotiate everything, including child support, through a lawyer from now on. I'm going to divorce you, so sign this later.
Where can I go home to?
Your mother says you can stay at her house until you have a base for your life. So go back to your hometown.
In such a rural place? I have to raise a child alone?
You should be grateful that you're allowed to go back to your parents' house at all.
No way! I can't raise a child without a father. I can't do it alone.
You don't have a choice. You have to do it. Did you have a baby with that attitude? Children are not tools to satisfy your desires. You use a child conveniently to keep Elias's heart. You're the only one at fault, right?
Ian, I'm sorry.
Huh?
I was stupid. This happened because I betrayed you, Ian.
I guess so.
Ian, you've done so much for me. I'm truly sorry.
Even if you apologize, there's nothing I can do anymore.
But Ian, I know you would love our child, right? Even if the blood isn't connected, you would take care of them, wouldn't you?
What are you talking about?
Let's raise this child together. I don't want to leave Ian.
Give me a break. Do you know how I felt when I found out you weren't really going to your hometown? When I found out the child was Elias's, who used to be my junior, I almost lost it.
I'm sorry.
Apologizing won't solve the problem.
But Ian was the only one who cherished the baby in my belly all the time. So I'm sure the child would be happy if Ian was the father.
That's impossible.
Ian, I'm sorry. From now on, I'll do more housework and you can leave childcare to me. Please don't divorce me. Let's live together for a while, and if it's impossible, I won't say anything anymore. So please, give me a chance.
How can I give you a chance? There were plenty of opportunities to tell the truth before, thinking it was my child. I don't want to live with a woman who was thinking of remarrying someone else.
Ian, please forgive me. Please, I beg you. I realize I really love the kind Ian after all. Please forgive me for the sake of this child.
I don't believe a single thing about you anymore. Don't use a child to gain sympathy. I don't care what happens to you anymore. You'll probably have another affair, even if you're with a boring guy who's just serious and kind. I immediately filed for divorce. Of course, my ex-wife opposed it, but there was no way my in-laws would allow such a thing. She was severely scolded and reluctantly signed the divorce papers. After being discharged from the hospital, she returned to her parents' house, receiving child support from Elias to raise the child. Although there was a division of property, I was also entitled to damages for the affair. And above all, my in-laws insisted that she shouldn't receive a dime. Hence, we mutually agreed that there would be no property division. Since then, my ex-wife has become quite haggard, and I have heard that my in-laws are doing most of the child rearing. However, they became furious with her for not participating in the childcare, insisting that she get a job, so she started working at a company affiliated with their relatives. Since I've blocked her on all my contacts, I recently received a handwritten letter from her, asking for help and expressing how tough her days are. Of course, I didn't reply, and I didn't feel anything after reading it. I definitely do not want any further involvement and never want to see her again. I hope she will take full responsibility for her actions and raise the child properly. In order to make a fresh start, I changed jobs to a company that had been courting me for a while. Since having too much free time makes me overthink things, I decided to take on new challenges. It's rewarding, and I'm now leading a fulfilling life as before, thanks to the support from my reliable colleagues. First and foremost, I want to do things that I can enjoy in order to forget my ex-wife as quickly as possible. Life is still long, and I believe that I can become even happier from here on out. I want to strive and live each day putting in my best effort.
Yo, Ellie, what's up with today's lunch? It's all frozen food. Plus, I see some leftovers. Talk about cutting corners.
Sorry, Aiden. I had severe morning sickness today, so I couldn't cook.
Morning sickness. Is morning sickness such a big deal that you couldn't even bother to cook?
It seems to vary depending on the person. But it was so bad for me today, I couldn't even bear the smell of food.
You sure you're not just overreacting?
Huh?
There's a lot of women at my workplace. Being a cosmetics company, our CEO is a woman, and about 70% of the staff are women.
Yeah, and?
Pregnant women are all working as usual. They continue to work even after their bellies show. You're a housewife, and you can't even bother to cook?
That's why I told you it depends on a person.
Then why is everyone at work okay? Everyone's working their butts off like usual. Are you managing your health? Maybe that's the problem.
My health? It's a reaction to pregnancy. I can't control that.
You've been sleeping all the time since getting pregnant. Is that good for your health? The last holiday, I invited you to go out, but you just slept all day.
Strong drowsiness is a symptom of early pregnancy. I myself don't want to be sleeping all day.
You only seem to be being lazy to me. Is it really because of pregnancy? Aren't you just using it as an excuse?
No, Aiden, why are you so cold since I got pregnant? I'm bearing your child. Can't you be more nice?
Because you're always using pregnancy as an excuse.
I don't intend to be making excuses.
You reject eating out due to your condition. You're always trying to take naps. You're putting off chores and the laundry is piling up.
Pregnancy is a big deal, you know? I'm carrying an additional life. It comes with sickness. It wrecks your hormonal balance. Could you please learn more about pregnancy?
I told you, I see everyone working fine at work. The CEO's daughter is pregnant, but she shows up to work every day. I think she's in about the same stage as you.
Don't compare me to others. My sickness is severe.
I've seen so many pregnant women at work. That's why I can say, hey, let's work out this weekend.
What?
You need to move around.
It's not like I'm sitting on my butt all day. I go shopping, clean when I can.
It's not enough. You need to move around more to accommodate that additional life.
What kind of reasoning is that? That's impossible.
Don't you say impossible. It's no doubt due to your lack of exercise. You're making me worry. I'll be coaching you. Don't worry. Ellie, I got off work early today. You cooking dinner? If you haven't started yet, I want fish.
Sorry, I can't.
Huh?
I feel so sluggish. I have a headache and nausea.
Come on. Did the exercise give you muscle aches?
It's not muscle aches. It's because you forced me up when I'm sick and made me exercise. I'm really sick today. Go eat out or get delivery.
What? I got off early today. You're so weak.
It's not that.
Pregnant women need to exercise. Lying around is only going to make you fat and cause disease. Ellie, you've gotten a little plump lately.
I'm pregnant. How am I not going to gain weight? The doctor says it's optimal weight. I'm not fat.
What about the sickness?
She says to take things easy. I even got herbal medicine for the sickness.
Is it helping?
It's not that simple.
Then you need to work out.
Are you listening? The pregnant lady I talked to at the clinic also said that exercising should be limited. She only walks to work.
See? That's it. She works, right? She walks to work and must be moving around at work too.
I hear she does desk work.
But she has the energy to work. You see? It's because you're being so lazy that you feel sick.
Seriously, are you listening? The sickness depends on the person.
I'm trying to improve things for you. Why do you not appreciate my kindness?
The doctor can't do anything about it. Why would you be able to? Helping out with chores would make things a lot better.
There you go, trying to weasel your way out of work. You women, always using pregnancy as an excuse.
What?
There are lazy ones like you at work too. Though very few. And they all end up quitting. You get it? They're not needed.
Your company has good benefits, right?
But a lot of people in my department quit. No work, no pay.
Don't put it that way. You're pretty high up in the ranks. You need to be more considerate.
Enough. Just do as I say. You can rest today, but go pull out the weeds tomorrow.
Alone?
I've got work. It's not that much area, you'll be done in a day.
I might not be feeling better tomorrow.
But you're not sick. Women must have had it a whole lot worse back in the day. No washing machine, no food delivery. Even taking a bath required chopping wood. Compared to that, look at you.
How many centuries ago would that be?
Women have always been bearing children, no matter how hard life was. You live in such an industrialized society and you still complain? If you can't manage your health, don't have children.
How dare you say that?
Because you're too lazy. Get some exercise and get healthy. Ellie, I heard your message. You got taken to the hospital? You're so pathetic.
What?
That's why I warned you so much. It's because you don't work out, idiots. I bet you haven't even done the weeds.
Mr. McFadden, your wife, it's too late.
Huh? Who's this? Are you not Ellie?
This is Wendy. I work as a secretary at your company. Ring a bell?
What? The CEO's daughter?
Yes.
Oh, please, pardon me. But why do you have my wife's phone?
I met Ellie at the clinic. I brought her to the hospital. I had a checkup scheduled today. My mother was driving me and I happened to see Ellie looking ill.
I see. I apologize for my wife troubling you. She can't even manage her own health. It's quite embarrassing. I've always been telling her to not be so lazy.
Are you serious?
Yes?
You've got some nerve talking about your wife like that.
Huh?
Why did you force her to do chores until she crashed? She's been told by the doctor to take things easy. I know she has been telling you about her sickness. And you make her pull out weeds?
Well, she really just spends all day laying around. I only recommended she get some exercise.
I've been told it was forced on her. You pulled her out of bed and forced her to exercise.
She tends to pretend to be sick.
She's pregnant. Pregnancy is a big deal.
But everyone at our company is working just fine. My wife seems to be so easy on herself.
Those who continue to work have relatively light symptoms. Those who cannot work are allowed to take leave.
Oh, really?
You just notice them by seeing their bellies. My mother makes sure to provide a women-friendly work environment. Please do not tell me you've been making such remarks at work.
No, definitely not. I'm always astonished that so many pregnant women are able to work like normal.
And what about those who cannot?
What do you mean?
Those who have difficulty coping with pregnancy and menstruation. How have you been caring for them?
My department does not have many such people.
I see. Very well. And are you not worried about your wife? I told you, it's too late.
Ah, yes, sorry. I was so surprised it was you.
But the condition of your wife should be top priority. Are you not coming to the hospital?
No, I'll head over right now. But what do you mean by too late?
Everything. Please ask her yourself.
Ellie, sorry. Can I go see you? Please don't refuse my visitation.
No, I'm still recovering.
But you can message me like this, right? Then you should be able to talk.
Seeing your face will make me feel worse. So no.
Don't say that. I was called out by the CEO. She was infuriated. I'm being transferred out of my department to work in supplies.
Is that so?
That's all you have to say? It's your fault. You were blabbing about me to her daughter.
My fault. It's all true.
Yeah, but I really regret what I did. I finally see how hard it is to be pregnant. So I want to apologize.
I was so sick every day. The morning sickness, the drowsiness. I would even get anemic. It was so hard without your understanding. It was unbearable.
I'm so sorry.
I've had enough. I'm having the child by myself. I don't need you.
What do you mean? How are you going to make it alone? You can't do chores and take care of the child alone. And you don't work. How are you going to pay for things?
I'll have your child support and child care benefits. Not to mention some savings from when I was single. I'll have my parents help me, so I'll be okay.
You won't be okay. You need me with you. I'll do the chores and help take care of the child.
What makes you think you can? You never did chores before.
I've changed.
You just feel that way because of what you went through at work. I don't trust you anymore. You were probably just told by your boss to apologize to me, no? I've always been begging you, but you didn't try to understand.
I think I needed the input of a third person.
Well, then you don't need me anymore. That settles things.
Come on. I really see how bad I was.
Really? You are just blaming me for being transferred. Doesn't seem like you understand. You'll just repeat the same thing if I let you off the hook now.
No, I won't. I'll change. If I don't, then you can divorce me. I'll sign the paper.
No! You said I shouldn't have children if I can't manage my health. I don't want to be with someone with that attitude. I understand that it is hard for men to become aware of their role as a father, but you never had any consideration for me. This is not just a matter of pregnancy.
I'm so sorry. I'll be a good father. I won't have purpose in life without you. No meaning to live.
My child and I were about to lose our lives because of you. All you care about is yourself. That does no good for us. I really thought it was over when I got carried to the hospital. So, we need a divorce.
Ellie, please don't say that. Forgive me.
You're such a bother. I'll be straightforward. You need to disappear. You only make my sickness worse. I need to manage my health for this baby. It came to light that my husband had been very cold to those at work having difficulty with their maternity issues. And he was transferred by the CEO's order. He should be grateful he wasn't fired. But he got greatly depressed from the demotion and wage cut. On top of that, with everyone glaring at him at work, I doubt he'll last much longer. The divorce talks were not smooth either, but the attorney that Wendy introduced to me was very helpful in getting things settled. I even got compensation for pain and suffering. My ex-husband seems to be a wreck now. But I don't care as long as the child support checks keep coming in. I'll just sue him if the payments stop. Even if he becomes unemployed, I'll make him sell his property. I will make him take responsibility for this child. I have moved in with my parents since leaving the hospital. My health is coming back, and I should be fine by the time I give birth. I will not forget to be thankful to everyone supporting me and give back by having a healthy child. I will raise my child to the best of my ability to make up for the father not being around. I'm off to a fresh new start with my soon-to-be-born child.